Hans Puchsbaum. For more than a century, work on the construction of St. Stephen's Church had already been dragging on, but now the proud work was almost completed. The slender south tower rose to its full beauty. Even the nave was finished. Only the north tower was missing. The city council had issued a large request for proposals to entrust the work to the most capable builder who would complete the tower in the shortest time and at the lowest cost. Among many other applicants, builder Hans Puchsbaum also applied and declared briefly and succinctly, "I will do the work in half the time it takes others." So, he was awarded the contract. Puchsbaum, a previously unknown master, hoped to earn honor and reputation by quickly completing such a massive work and thereby win the hand of his beloved Maria, whose money-loving parents had not been pleased with the simple and obscure applicant. The construction was quickly started, and the work progressed briskly at first. But after a short time there were difficulties and obstacles. The building calculations would not match, the supply of building materials was delayed, and soon Master Puchsbaum realized that he would not be able to finish the building on the specified date. He stood anxiously before the started work and saw the way out of this difficult situation. One evening, as he again stood at the foot of the tower and desperately thought about how to speed up the work and keep his promise, a strange-looking man in a green jerkin suddenly stood next to him and laughed. "I take pity on you," the stranger began, "because I know what worries you." "Huh? Who are you, and what do you want?" the master asked in shock. "Who I am is quickly said," replied the stranger. "They call me the Lord of Hell. Others call me the devil. And what I want to be is of use to you. I want to help you." In shock, the master cried, "You terrible one, get away from me. I have nothing to do with you." But the devil continued grinning. "If I am able to help you complete the tower much sooner than you promised, and if you thereby win the hand of your beloved, will you then forego my help?" The master began to waver. The temptation was too great. "And what do you demand for your help?" he finally asked the tempter. "Not much," replied the latter. "You are only allowed to speak neither the name of God nor the Virgin Mary, nor any other saint during the entire time of construction." The conditions seemed neither difficult nor dangerous to our master, and he hesitated no longer. The pact was sealed. From that day on, the building grew by the minute. There were no more obstacles or delays. Everything was going smoothly. Not only the mayor and all the spectators were amazed, but the master himself was highly astonished at the speed at which the work was now progressing. Hans Puchsbaum happily thought that it would now surely be possible to complete the building far ahead of the deadline, and with a joyful heart he thought of his Maria, whose hand now seemed certain to him. He had been so absorbed in the work the past few days that he had not thought of her at all, and was all the more happily surprised when he saw her walking across the square below the foot of the dome, from the height of the tower where he was overseeing the progress of the work. It was certainly her. It was his Maria, but she did not look up to him. So, leaning over, he called out from his overflowing heart, so that she had to see him, "Maria!" He had not yet finished speaking the word when the scaffold on which he was standing suddenly swayed. A thunderous crash echoed, and the beams of the falling scaffold, rubble and masonry of the collapsing tower pulled Hans Puchsbaum into the depths. A hollow mocking laughter echoed over the square, and for a moment the giant figure of a man dressed in green with a grinning face is said to have hovered over the rubble of the collapsed building. The body of the master, however, remained disappeared. So construction of the second tower was stopped, and to this day never resumed.